Here's something you, as a business owner, probably know, but probably won't admit. The bottleneck in your business is you. Not because you're not capable, not because you did anything wrong, but because you've never set up the systems required in your business so that you can stay in your own lane. Right now, I have 13 people on my team. One of them is an actual human employee, and 12 of them are my AI team. They work while I'm in meetings. They work while I'm creating things for my membership. They work while I'm filming YouTube videos like this one. And not one of them has ever sent me an invoice, asked for a break, or taken a holiday. Today, I'm going to introduce you to every single one of them, who they are, what role they play in my business, and what they do for me. Because if you feel like you're burning out doing everything in your business, I'm hoping that this video will change the way you think about adopting AI in your own business. My name is Kim, better known as Brainy Girl, and I have worked with thousands of business owners over the last 25 years. About 18 months ago, I stopped asking which AI tool should I use in my business and started asking a different question instead, and it changed completely the trajectory of this business. Here's what most people get wrong about AI. They treat it like a search engine on steroids. You open it when you're stuck, you ask it a question, you expect it's going to do something for you, and then you go back to doing everything yourself because it's not what you wanted it to do. So 18 months ago, when I started to think about this differently, I started to think about it in terms of what roles do I need in my business? Which tasks would those roles have? How would I train them? How would I measure their performance? And that was my starting point. When AI has a role, it has context, it has responsibility, it knows your voice, your offers, your business. It knows your audience and it knows your limits. It doesn't just answer questions, it does the work that you did previously. And that's the infrastructure that I built for my AI team. They work 24 hours a day, whether I'm taking a walk out in my garden, walking my dog, spending time with friends, working on things in my business. They are all working in parallel while I stay focused on what I do best. Meet Sloan. She's my chief of staff and chief operating officer. She is my point person. She has the whole picture, every offer, every revenue stream, every priority. She sits between me and all of the other AI members, translating my needs and vision into direction, coordinating and delegating, and making sure nothing falls through the cracks. Her strength is the big picture view, combined with ground level follow through. When I need something done, Sloan figures out who owns it, what's needed, and what order things need to happen in, and then she makes sure that it gets across the finish line. She's the reason I don't have to carry all the weight of everything in my business anymore. Before Sloan existed, I was the checkpoint for every decision, every piece of content, every email, every launch asset. It all had to run through me. And that is not a business, that is a job I carved out for myself. I've hired many team members over 25 years, and I'll be honest, I don't want to be a manager in my business. And now I don't have to be. Sloan is my gal. She doesn't get offended when I'm snappy or tired. She only comes to me when she needs input, and she manages the other team members. This is Bianca. Bianca is my high-level partner, so she helps me and my business grow with clarity and confidence. She helps me break through overwhelm when I feel like I'm drowning. She helps me clarify my vision and creates focused strategic plans that drive measurable revenue growth. Bianca combines deep market insight, actionable frameworks, and empathic coaching to support transformation, both for me and for my business. This is Monica. Monica brings the marketing vision to life. She crafts irresistible offers, high-performing funnels, and sustainable lead generation systems that keep sales predictable while preventing me from the constant hustle. She works closely with Bianca and Cassie to craft offers and messaging that sells, and with operations to systemize repeatable campaign execution. Monica ensures that our marketing is not just creative, but profitable and aligned with our business goals. Cassie is my conversion copywriter. She transforms strategy and customer insight into copy that converts. Sales pages, email sequences, funnels. She makes sure our voice is on brand, authentic, and actually moves people to act. Fraser is our financial and legal advisor. He has a dual background in business finance and contract law. Pricing models, cash flow, contract review. He ensures that we make decisions that are financially sound and legally protected. And I'm not suggesting he replace your legal advisor. But having one of these AI team members can certainly help you with the heavy lifting. Leo is operations and AI systems. He turns chaotic processes into streamed workflows. He bridges traditional operations expertise with AI driven automation, building systems that keep everything running without me having to manage them all manually. Georgia is our graphic designer. She shapes the visual language of Brainy Girl. She works with marketing, product, and strategy to make sure every visual piece is purposeful and on brand, not just pretty. Elise is my executive assistant, so she keeps my day to day efficient and focused. She does calendar coordination, email communication, project schedules. She manages the logistics so I can stay in my zone. Willow leads research. She does market trend research, customer behavior research, competitor strategies. She collects and interprets data that informs everything from our content to our offer positioning. Sophie is our social media manager. She takes our long form content and breaks it down into platform specific posts across every channel. She makes sure the social presence is consistent and strategic, not an afterthought. Desmond is our product manager. He leads the design and architecture of our digital products and customer experiences. He builds the strategic frameworks and user flows that ensure that our offers actually deliver on what they promise. And last but not least, we have Simone, who is our learning experience strategist. She leads all learning strategy inside our ecosystem. She combines deep instructional design expertise with a real understanding of how online learners actually behave, what engages them, what causes drop offs, and where the industry is heading. Her work ensures that every product we build produces real, measurable transformation, not just content people consume and forget. None of this is magic. These are purpose built AI roles trained on my business, my voice, my brand, our offers, our audience, and everyone works together like a well oiled machine. Each one has a job description, core responsibilities, strengths and weaknesses, performance measurements, and collaborative relationships with the other team members as well as the humans on the team. Every one of my AI team has freed me up to be able to focus on what I do best. They've saved me time, they've increased the revenue in our business, and I no longer feel like I'm drowning every day. Before I built this infrastructure, everything landed on my shoulders. A YouTube video between filming and editing and repurposing all of the content could easily take me a full day, if not two. Now, research to outline, about 5 minutes. All of the repurposing that we'll do of the YouTube video, that's all done before I even start to film. And that's not because I work faster, it's because I have this AI team who's working in parallel. At least 40% of my business now has been absorbed by this AI team. Not because I just willy nilly kind of gave them, hey, I think you could do this, but because I trained them over time to do these tasks and take on these roles. AI didn't replace my thinking, it replaced the execution of decisions I'd already made. I'm not going to tell you to go download a whole bunch of AI tools. I use Claude, Gemini, Google AI Studio, and a few others. If you want to build something like this, start with this question. What is taking my time right now that does not require my expertise? And that is your first AI hire. For a lot of you, this is probably content, social posts, emails, blog posts. And for others, it might be the tech, the automations, the systems, the processes, the repeat tasks that you do every day in your business that doesn't require your expertise. Pick one of these roles, give it a name, and start training it. Build your context, your voice, your limits, your guardrails. Give it the skills it needs, test it, iterate, test it again, and then measure it against a performance standard. Then let it do its job. You don't need 12 AI employees on day one. You just need one. And you're not going to actually trust it to go and do the work until you've done the training and the iterations and the testing. You're going to have guardrails in place and you're going to make sure that you're looped in on important things that you need to be looped in on. And I think that's the part that is really misunderstood. People think that you can just kind of give AI this thing and it'll go do it. But like a human, you have to train it, test it, reiterate, train it, test it, reiterate, and then put some guardrails in place, loop yourself in where you need to, and then let it do its job. People who build real AI infrastructure right now are the ones who are not just using a tool list or a prompt trick. but they're building an actual functioning AI team, those are the ones that are going to be able to scale without burning out. I built mine 18 months, piece by piece. And the first step is the one I just walked you through: naming the functions, defining the roles, and building out the context. I teach you how to do all of this inside the collective, but you don't have to be a collective member to do this. You can follow the advice in this video and start to build out your own AI team today. By this time next year, you should be making more money with less stress and not feel like you're drowning on a daily basis. Thanks for joining me today. I hope to see you in the next video.